Alrighty, we're back up again. Thank you, Dukascopy. They reset me and we're back in the saddle again. Okay. Let's see where we're looking at the euro there, and you can see that up on the screen. And let's see, there's a dollar index. Let's move that over to the euro on J4X. Right there. And we'll see 4 days of red. We're the same way over here. You can see red, 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 red. But yesterday was a red-green, trying to show us some volatility. Look at it. It was higher this morning, I can tell you that. Right here, the green line. It was trying to lift. Our weekly, still in a weekly sell. You can see here on the daily on J4X. Green line's been underneath. You know, it's got the four hinky ASCII reds. You know, there's pressure on the euro there. Matter of fact, I want to make something here. I want to send something to Robin. So let me do that. We'll do it together even. I'm going to copy that and then paste it. And we'll go in at the bottom. There we are. And then what I want to do is remove that and go like this. I want to put the euro Aussie in there. Euro Aussie. Right there. Right at the top. No, wait a minute. It's New Zealand. That's what it is. It's New Zealand. Or is it? No, I guess it's Aussie. That's what it is. It's Aussie. Okay. That's good. There you go. Let's put that in there. You know what? I'm thinking New Zealand. You know what? This is New Zealand. Where's my head at? Let's try that again. NZD. There is no NZD euro. How about that? Okay. What's going on here? I keep on losing things? What is going on here?
Market data connection.
This is really becoming disappointing. Seems like a second bounce. Let's see if I can even hear me. No, I hear me, so I can still hear me. Yes, I can, but the chat line is still. It's the chat line.
Connection reestablished.
Okay. So I can still hear me. Yes, I can, but the chat line is still. The chat line. Oh yeah, hear that? Market connections reestablished. Oh, it's bouncing around, isn't it? All right, so let me do this. Let's copy this page. Let's go and copy it down to there.
Reestablished.
There we are. File, copy. Let's do this. File open. There we go. We're going to paste that in there, and we'll get it over to Robin. Robin's looking for a couple charts here. So while we're having our technical difficulties and the chat line is quiet, what I'll do is, wow, look at that. The euro's now at zero almost. They're still putting pressure on that product. Paste. There we are. So let's do this. Where's the Aussie at? There's the Aussie. Where's the New Zealand? That's it. There's the New Zealand. Right there. Let's save that. We'll send that to Robin. All right. So there we go. New Zealand against the dollar. We're looking at that this morning for somebody. Cancel. Cancel. Let's move that weekly over like so. There we are. There we are. I still don't see the chat line though. It's doing the spinny thing. Maybe I need to spin it myself. Let's see if we can spin it myself and see if anything jumps out there. Generates a commercial. It's all right. There you go. Looks like the chat line might be alive now. All right. Now let's save this. There you go. Looks like the chat line might be alive now. Let's see. Let's save this. Where is it at? So we'll go like that. Go like that. There we are. And that's NZD. NZD. There we are. Save. There we go. Now, we've taken care of that. Why don't we take care of a couple more until I see something on the chat line, and then we'll get rolling along again past the euro. What was the other one? NZD, that. Let's go to the... Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to do this one. Let's give that a spin. This is going to be unique. This is the New Zealand against the yen. There you go there. There's the buy. Buy was like right there. Cool. And the sell's there. And then the buy was right there. And let's widen this out just a little bit. Move this one up like so. And just go like that and just widen that a little bit. This is very insightful. Let's take that one right there. And then grab that. There we are. There we go. Remove drawing. This one does a pretty good job. Let's widen that out a little bit like so. So let's see, let's put that right there. Grab that one and move it up over here. And that's pretty good. Let's move that over like so. Right there. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Move that one back over one like so. Oh, I see. There's one right there. It goes like that and goes right back into the cell again. There we are. Yeah, there we are. All right. That's good enough, too. We're going to send that to the Robin. Give him that. That's good enough. Let's go like this. This is what? New Zealand yen. This is cool. NZD JP whoop pi Y. There we are. Save it. JPY. Save. There we are. All right. So where are we at now? What are we looking for? We just got done looking at the euro. Let me think. What else did Robin ask for? He asked for one other thing. Maybe we'll send a euro. That's what we'll do. We'll save that and send the euro. Okay, there's the euro. There we are. Oh. There we are. All right, from the euro, we'll go to the British pound. Let's just see what the British pound looks like this morning. And there it is there. The pressure's still on that. Let me just steal this one from it. I just want to move it over to there. You can see that that has not really let go. And those weeklies look so deep. They must be screaming at us, probably, trying to make us understand that rates are probably rising. I guess that's what it really comes down to. Rates are rising, and we have to just understand that. And I think that's why we keep on seeing such a strong dollar, is that they know that. And until this election is over with, there's no reason to believe that it's going to change, Where's that NASCAD? I wanted to send a NASCAD too. Let's see, NASCAD. NASCAD, where are you, NASCAD? Oh, that's right. We got to create it. NASCAD. All right, that's CAD. Save. All right, that'll take care of Robin. And for us, now we can close this like that and go back to the Dukascopy one that we look at. There's that NZ, the Japanese yen. We can kill that one because we made a copy of it and took care of it. Oh, and you know what? Maybe we do this one too. Either way, let's just do this. Let's send that over to Robin and get that done and over with. So, you know, when we're looking at the cable showing its weakness, we go over to the Swiss. The Swiss is doing the same thing. It's banging along on the upside, giving us a volatility signal. Now, notice when we scrunch this up or we look at the past, they have not taken out these highs of back in June. You know, that wild June where they made the big lows in the stock markets and everything got crazy and, you know, just to hold that whole bit, you know. But, you know, this is just, what is it, 16? Let's call it 16. Call it the New Zealand tweet. Oop. And that's pretty much been the name of the game, really. It has not really let go. It has stayed, you know, in that rhythm, I guess you could say. No. Okay, that's what it is. So, I guess what we have to accept, no matter what in the end result, is that there is pressure, major league, on the upside. And it's not going to let go. And this election should give us insight to, you know, the whole process in the end. In other words, you know, someone was talking to me, Wilco, for those, the old Dukascopy traders out there, Wilco was talking with me yesterday, and, you know, we're, you know, he was like, you know, what's up with the cryptos at this point? Can we trust them? And it's like, yeah, they're a new asset class, but they've kind of done their gig, you know. I mean, they've done the explosive side of it, and then I gave them two good examples of the cryptos, and you know, about the cryptos. You know, and that's pretty much the whole trick of it all in the end now. Is that, let's see, New Zealand, CAD, oh, wait a minute, CAD. Digital equipment, if anybody out there remembers the stock digital equipment, they were the major networkers back in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, and people couldn't understand why the stock traded at $200 a share and didn't make any money. And then in the end, they made, you know, they had all the patents, all the technology. Cisco Systems owns them now, and bought by Compaq Computer, and Cisco Systems bought Compaq Computer just to be able to get a hold of digital equipment. And then what was the other one? Home Shopping Network had that same characteristic as new technology, and it did the same exact thing. It kind of exploded in its characteristic, and the next thing you know, it was. No, is that? I don't see a change. Do I see a change? I think there is. Let's see. Let's do this. Yeah, that's the euro. Okay, and so that's the cryptos. Matter of fact, if you want, we can go take a quick look at the cryptos. Let's just take a look at them, you know, for a second here. And there is the right there. There it is. There's the contracting. You see, it's in a sell for a few days here. I could have sworn it went into the sell on that one, but it went in the sell here, and it's been in a weekly sell for a while now. And so the cryptos have kind of done their job. In other words, they've caught up to where they belong equity-wise. So I kind of think that's the way it's going to, you know, now it'll be just normal action out of it, not like, you know, explosive action, you know, like, you know, running, you know, up $3,000 and $4,000 and, you know, trying to climb and climb. I keep on thinking about the people who thought that Bitcoin was going to 100,000 and then to 1 million, and now Bitcoin is trading at, you know, what's that, 19,620. You know, it's like, I imagine that someday it could. The Dow Jones Industrial Average more than likely might be trading at, say, 140,000. You know, instead of 30 some odd thousand. So I mean, it could be, that's how it'll get to 100,000. Equities have to rise on it. All right, now back to the currency itself. And we showed you the Swiss, so let's go over to the Turkish Lira. You see Turkish Lira slid into the sell a couple days ago, right there. Where is it at? Right there. And so it is trying to turn up. It's trying to get into the weekly sell as we speak. I wonder what let's take a look and see what the dollar Turkish Lira looks like on J4X right there. Trading at the 1827 area, 1828, and the Euro Turkish Lira is trading at the 1821 area. They're trading at parity basically at this point in time, which is incredibly surprising in many different ways. I guess it's the interest rate factor of both and the inflation factor. And when you put those two things together, that makes a lot of sense to me. All right, and from there, let's see. From there we go to, let's put the Euro Turkish Lira up there just to show you what it looks like compared to, how J4X and it is matching up and the actions of it. Let's see, right, where'd you go? Right there, there it is. 3 reds there, and we've been the same way, pretty much 4 reds, but with 1 green, a volatility signal. So the three reds also, and that pressure is still the same way. Now over on from there we slide over to the Canadian, and you see the Canadian's just ripping and screaming at us that look at that, look how high it is. It's outside its range. Let's change the color to this and get it back to when we were able to see the range. Let's see. Let's put the lines in there. There it is. There's the range. So that was the bottom of the range. And the top of the range was right there. Let's put that in there. And now it's climbed over the range. And that's got to be the inflation and, just the interest rate change. Combine those things together. And that's what we're getting out of this whole thing. What we usually do is we put the, the Fibonacci in there. At this point, it's gone through it all. And it's hanging out on the top end of the range. Save. Remember, we lost this this folder. It was corrupted or something, and we had to make new copies and create the whole page itself. The day intra, the day week Duke day week forex B. I labeled it B just in case the other one came back. All right. From there, what we do is let's go over to J4X and we'll put oil on there and see what oil's doing. Last I looked, it was in a daily sell and going down. So let's see what they're doing with it today. There's West Texas Intermediate trading at what did they do? Did they shift contracts maybe? No, it's trading at 85. Okay, that makes sense. 85. Can you hear me, Robin? Robin? Can you hear me? Robin? Let's see. Robin just called us. See if he... Was it Australia or New Zealand? I'm confused.
Something weird is going on. At first, I was in there. A couple other people were in there.
Right.
But now, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the internet's been bouncy.
I see you, Gertha, that says, hey, Doc. Do you see that?
No. And you can't hear me? Can you hear me at least?
I hear you.
Okay, good.
I don't see anybody else in there.
Huh.
And this is supposed to be from today. What do you have up on the screen right now?
J4X has light crude And Chicago Quant has dollar CAD.
Something else is up there. Hold on. Reading, I don't know what's going on here. It says 9:15. What's today's date?
Today is 9/16.
That's weird. Something must have been indexed wrong, or I clicked on the wrong thing. I'm going to try it. I'll get 9:16 up there.
Yeah, see if you can get 9/16 up there.
Okay.
I'll stay on the line. I'll listen.
Okay. Hang on. Let's see.
I think we're having technical difficulties. I don't see chat line at all, traders. I'm just talking just in case they are hearing me. I have it up on a separate computer and it's working. I can see the light sweet crude trading even.
16/09.
Yeah.
Now I just popped up. It says hi there. Do you see that?
No, I don't see that. Do you see live crude?
I see in the background it says dollar index/USD.
Dollar index. No, I have light crude up there right now. Oh, there we go. There's Jordan. Jordan says he can hear me. Good job, Jordan. Thank you.
I don't know, for some reason I'm not in the right place.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
On the right date. It says 9/16.
Yeah. Huh.
I can refresh it.
All right. If you need help, just give a yell or call back, all right?
All right.
Okay, so at least we know we are up. I don't know. Something's crazy with the American internet today. And the end result is that you can see the Canadian there. And you can see the oil over on Dukascopy. Now let's put Canadian up on Dukascopy. Let's kill that volume. There we are. Let's get Canadian up there. Just to show you the other side of this. There it is. And let's put oil up on Chicago Quant. Their spot, yeah, see, it's pretty much up for the day or just flat, you know. And Canadian is running hard on the upside, losing value against Jordan. Thank you again. Thank you very much. And what is it? The crude is going nowhere, and Canadian is losing incredible amounts again. Not incredible, but losing hard against the dollar. That's super highs. All right, from there we go over to the South African Rand. Let's check that out right there. And where is that at? South African Rand. I know it's right near everything. There it is. And it's doing the same thing as the Canadian is doing. It's just moving up with the dollar. It's feeling that pressure. And what else can we say about all that? You can see the weekly. And let's take a look at gold on J4X to start off with. There's gold. Wow. Spot gold at 1660 basically. 1659. So, I mean, they're running away. Okay, there's Robin. Duke posted 2 of the same dates I'm in now. Okay. So you're back in the saddle again, Robin. Good. You can see here the gold and the silver, or the gold in particular right now, is taking out big lows, and you can see the South African Rand losing against the dollar. Now we'll switch it around and show it to you on J4X right there. I'm sorry, Chicago Quant right there, and take J4X and put the South African Rand on there. Let's see. Right there. There it is. So they're really pressuring both these products dramatically. And when it comes to the gold, when's the last time we seen gold down in this area? Obviously not the last 2 years. They're really beating this thing up. The chart shows back to, what's that, May of 2020, and gold got down into the low 17s. We have busted the 16 with no problem whatsoever. I'm sorry, the 17 with no problem. The low today itself is showing to be, and this is the December contract, is 1661.9. So spot could have been as low as 50 something. And you can see, okay, now Dukascopy, oh, that's right, that's the, on Dukascopy, that's the South African Rand. All right. Now what we got is, let's go over, you know what, we're moving along here. Let's go over to the yen. Let's see what the yen is up to. That's where we usually jump off to. And there's the yen. You see the yen is flirting with a daily sell at the moment, but it's in that long, big, strong weekly buy and doesn't seem to want to run away from it. Not at all. Go like that. Oh, no, what we can do is we can move it. There we go. Let's take that. Where's the arrow? There's the arrow. And that's where we are right now. You can see that pressure on it. That is something. Save workspace. Okay, so now, what do we got going on here? Oh, okay, I clicked on the stock indices again. Oh, yeah, check that out. Check out the stock indices. Dow Jones Industrial Average, last I saw it, was down 414 points. Now it's down 364. So they're putting pressure on the stock market again. And Tech 100 right there, down 158. And the S&P 500 down 50.25. But notice, I find this very curious. Maybe in the end, the cryptos are going to be the clean equity in a sense. And so the pressure's not on it. Now remember, expiration on these three indices goes off in 14 and a half minutes. Okay? And those futures contracts, the September contract expires, and they do all kinds of exercising and delivery, and just a whole wild time. Options go out, the futures go out, everything goes out. It's wild and woolly. Okay? But look at that. The Bitcoin is barely budging. It's only down $40. That's it. So I think what we'll do is we'll run the webinar all the way to the opening for the expiration and see what they do. Matter of fact, did I save the September? I don't think I did. I was trying to keep the September ESs around, but I never did. There they are. Okay, so there's the September ESs. So we have that. We have the September ES right there. And what we could do is we could put a intraday tick of it in, and that could be fun, where we could actually see like the slam in the thing, and that'll be if it does something wild. So let's do that. Let's go back over to this, but I think that's worth thinking about and talking about. Now let's just what we'll do is I'll put it in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the last one, and that is the Mexican peso. And that'll finish off our currencies. Unless someone wants to see something else, Let's go like that. And let's put that in. This is the only one I saved. It was the EU. ESU. There it is. And we'll let that cook for a while. Let me just see what the settings say. Let's make it 1 day. There it is. So that'll be fun. Matter of fact, what we could do is, see if we can add another day to it again. See if we can get the whole combination too. It's backfilling. That's good. All right, now from there, let's jump back to the currency. We'll do the last one, the Mexican peso. And if anybody wants to see anything, just shout it out. We'll go after it. I'll stick around a little bit longer, because of the way the webinar has been bouncing off and on. You can see Mexican peso has broken through the point, what's that, the 0.76, I guess it is. And it's heading for the 0.61 now. And we figured it might get back up to this 50 percentile. it's staying inside its range. It's doing a good job, actually. Compared to the Canadian, it's not as being as affected as the Canadian is. We always say that's location and location and location. So that's the possibility of what's going on there. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to jump out of that, and we'll close that out. We'll save it. Save workspace. And then we will close that workspace. And then what we will do is go back to the commodities and check them out. And there it is right there. Just double check it. Backfilling. All right, so let's do this. Let's put the 1 in there again. And let's go to, what do we got here? So commodities, let's do silver. See what silver's doing. Silver took a lot of pressure yesterday, got it into the sell, still in that weekly sell. Robin's been watching the RSI on the bottom here. So we leave it up there. It's kind of interesting to watch. You can compare it to our work. See where we break down into a sell. This has been going down. It gets into a daily sell there. This is starting to break. We're starting to see this breaking down. Our math is breaking down. It's below the 0 line, telling you that you can be short. And then it gives a little bounce there. You can see that. This does a bounce. And then you can see it right there. And you can see how the RSI does, in many ways, emulate our math. But the problem is that ours is much more smoother and much more definable, because we know that when it drops below the 0 line, that's the selling thing. You can't just sell it every time it dips down on a curve. You might get trapped into something like right there, and then it kind of keeps on trying to bounce up. So you can see how far behind the RSI is. It's squiggling itself back and forth over and over again. All right, now from there, we'll take a look at the copper. And there's the copper. It's actually up. We're just about up for the day. Let's put the copper up on Chicago J4X here and see what's going on. There's copper. And it doesn't seem to, the copper looks like it's going to be a battle to the end of the day to see who closes in a sell or a buy on the weekly. Whereas, the gold and the silver have been in the sell for a little while here now. And then, let's see what else we got going on. See, like that. Then from there we jump over to the platinum. See what the platinum's doing for the end of the week. There's October platinum. And you see it's jumped into a sell today. Oh, it closed in a sell last night. Look at that. Right at the top. It closed in a sell. Right there. And the weekly is, hanging down. It's, because of the pressure, I guess, in the rest of the complex. So now what we're doing is we're really watching to see if we're going to get, that bottom over the next couple of weeks in the platinum. If we get a bottom in that, it'll be definitely a good signal to want to try to get long if we get into buys and the whole bit, That's the most important thing of all. And that's what we really want. We really want to see that product get into the buy and get rolling along, and maybe then we might see a real rally, which would be really cool. And where do we go from here? Let's go to the energy sector. See what the energies are doing here today. And there's the front month. And it's lifting up again. Let's put it right there. There's this light sweet crude. We saw that. Let's put Brent there. There's Brent. Still playing in that 92 area. And look at that. It was in a sell. Now it's fighting not to be in a sell. Our back month, our deck contract is showing the same thing. It was playing with the sell and still is by 6 cents. 6 cents. That's it. And but it's also lifting at the same time, like everybody else. And you can see that right there. The pressure is on. And you can see Brent's doing the same thing. It's lifting also. Dukascopy posted 2 of the same dates in a row. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. So, now, that's basically, I think it was because we got bumped. Somehow or another, the system bumped us. But end result, we're on and we're doing it. There's Nat Gas. Let's take a look at the Nat Gas. Nat Gas went into a sell yesterday, which was a real surprise, which is a good thing. We want to see, and we would love to see Nat Gas basically, start to break down a little bit. We're seeing that stock. We'll do? We'll go right to the stock instead. Where's that Spanish stock? Right there. There it is. 25.73. Nice. We're seeing some of the lows that we haven't seen in that product in a while. I'm really happy. I'm sure the more that goes lower, the product itself goes down in value, and I think that's a really positive thing. I really think Europe is not going to be as in trouble as everybody thinks when it comes to energy. I think that our Congress is going to fight hard to help them, no matter what Biden plays, no matter what Biden claims, no matter what Biden does. They're going to fight to keep them not freezing. The environmentalists got it all over. They're crazy. They're just totally crazy. Surprised that they're allowed to eat anything off a growing object, chewing it instead of holding it. You might damage the tree or something. But that's where we're at the moment. So, you can see natural gas in the States moving down below $8. And you can see, what is that? There you go. And you can see here that Spanish natural gas company down below 26. We've seen this thing all the way up to 30. So we're seeing some really positive signs that winter is not going to be as bad as these goofballs say. I have to use the word goofball because, wait a minute, where did we just lose? We have to say, without a doubt, that what they're suggesting, I find it adolescent. I really do. I just can't believe they say stuff like that out loud. About unrest and, people being upset. Of course they're going to be upset if they're freezing. You just got to wonder, sometimes the people running a lot of government NGOs, non-government agencies, but they're like quasi-government agencies at the same time, you just got to wonder where their heads are at. They seem so irresponsible. All right, so that's my thing today. I think I want to make that very clear. I'm starting to really believe, as long as we see this trend staying the way it is, and the Congress changes hands, which I know it's going to do. The big question is how many. That's all. But the Republicans are going to take control, and they could try to force Mr. Biden to sell natural gas and oil to Europe. I mean, they really could. And so I'm really, I think it's going to happen. I really do. I think it's going to happen. As we take a sip of our tea. All right, from there, let's jump over to, let's see what the stocks are doing going into these last few minutes. You can see here, this will be interesting. Maybe we can do this. There we are. So here is the September contract right there. And there is the December contract right there. And let's see. You see a little pressure is coming in on it now, right there on the red. Let's see if we can get the math going at the same time. And let's get that to a second day. There it is. So you can see here it's jumped into the buy there, and it's trying, it's flirting, a little volatility signal. We've got 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and then this could be extremely explosive. Look at this, the contract that's not expiring, they're buying it. So they're trying to hedge themselves. And matter of fact, maybe what we do is we make them the two big screens for the moment, like that. Well, you know what? It would be interesting to see what the other products do. Right there. And so the Bitcoin is still down $40. It's almost like no one cares, which says a lot to me. If the Bitcoin is that quiet, there's a good chance that this is just background noise. So the Dow's down 400 points, as you can see right there, 401. Let's put some of this stuff on J4X too. It won't really reflect as well, but there's the Dow. You can see the Dow's pressured down, and it's there's 30,573. So we've got 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. This is going to be very interesting. And you can see the contract on the top, the two big screens right here. This is they're reaching for it just a little bit. You can see that it's been sideways. And this ran up throughout that whole situation, went up to 70, and now is just down 4 or 5 points. So nothing major. We have 50 seconds to go. This is going to be fascinating to see what they do with this. This is what they call triple witching. So this is the excitement that we see. And we've got 30 seconds now. Now they're reaching again for the contract. Look at that, the bottom contract out of the two. So what we'll do is we're going to go like this. We're going to move them over so it emphasizes them more, like that. And we can see the other contracts like that. But okay, there we go. And we got 8 seconds, and 7 seconds, and 6 seconds, and 5, and so forth and so on. There we go. And there they are. What are they doing? Is that it? Are they going to close it at 3865? They ran, what did they do? They ran the December contract up about 8 or 9 points. But the September contract is up. What is that up? That is up 51 and closed at 65. Ran up 15 points. That's what it is. They ran it and you can see the Dow is only down 332 now. So that's it. I think they have a settlement price that might be, we won't see that for a while, but they reached for it. They were buying it at the expiration there. And the expiration on the last blurry screen, right there. Now they're selling the so that constant buying we were watching in the S&Ps in December contract was trying to hedge off the move on the upside. That's what they were doing. All right. So today it's been a real, bumpy ride. We're going to label it as bumpy internet, but we got everything out. So, let's see. Title today. There we go. There we go. Bumpy internet, triple witching. There we go. All right, traders. We will catch everybody on Monday. And so everybody have a safe and smart weekend. TGIF. And happy trails to you until we meet again on Monday. Happy trails to you. To all our trading friends, later, traders. Be safe, be smart.